welcome to the channel and to your new moon in Gemini tarot reading. So this is going to be for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So sorry I've been able for a little while. I just really needed to have a break from doing the monthlies, especially because I am considering some big changes to the channel. It's just at that point where it's time for a change. So I have some new ideas, but we'll see about that in the near future. So keep an eye out for the announcements. There'll be more information coming up about that very, very soon. So let's get into your new moon in Gemini tarot reading. So first of all, I pulled some oracle cards for you, I believe. And it's interesting here because I feel like the strong theme for your message, for your reading, is you need to start really taking action on your dreams, your plans, your highest hopes, your biggest goals, right? Not small wins. I'm talking about the goal, right? That's what you need to get very, very clear on. Because you have from the Quantum Oracle deck, transformation in reverse, okay? So with that, I feel like it's a case of you may have started taking the first initial steps towards a powerful change in your life. There's a lot that's shifting. It's like literally you're closing the door on one reality and stepping into another. Like you can see it on the card if I show you in the upright. Like this is happening on a quantum level, okay? You can see that she's in the 5D and she's just crossed the threshold, right? This is in reverse. So you're needing to cross the threshold. I feel like you took the first initial steps, but then you stopped. Something derailed you here from moving forward. So maybe we'll see what that was when we continue the reading, but there was definitely a need to keep going. There still is a need to keep going, but something has stopped you in your tracks temporarily. And I feel like it's possibly a sense of doubt, self-doubt, on whether or not this is really the right thing for you, if this is what you should be doing, second-guessing yourself, right? But the divine don't want you to do that anymore. That's old cycle stuff. That's the old paradigm, right? There's no time to be second-guessing what it is you're about to do here, because it is needed. There is something that you're going to accomplish. There's something that you have to give, to offer the world that is needed. So the divine does not want you to take time out to start doubting and second guessing yourself. They want you to take that leap forward, to cross the threshold, to embody the change, right? And especially because from the Work Your Light deck, you have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? And it doesn't matter if you're a woman or not, okay? This is just the divine feminine energy, because that's the funny thing as well. When a lot of people hear the word the divine feminine, they think it's just a passive, soft, nurturing, sweet, motherly energy, and that's all there is to it, right? That it's a pushover, that it's just the soft, squishy aspects of a person. No, the divine feminine is fierce when she needs to be. The divine feminine is someone who knows how to hold the sword and the chalice, okay? And that both energies has its time and its place. If you think about, say, for example, the best analogy I can give off the top of my head is a lioness. A lioness is a fierce hunter, right? People get it twisted that they think the male lion is the one that hunts. No, the lioness is the one that hunts, and they hunt fiercely. They'll even demote the leader of the pride, right? The male, the main male, if he's no longer up to task. Because usually there's only one masculine, right? At least, in terms of a mature male lion. So if the male leading the pride is not up to task, the females will come together and take it out. And that's the thing, right? The feminine is fiercely protective over their children, their community, themselves, their vision, nature, right? And this is not about women, this is about the divine feminine aspect that lies in all of us. And this is the divine feminine coming through defending fiercely this new reality that's trying to birth, that is abundant, that is aligned with the divine, with true will of the collective. Because the collective is at a point now where it's breaking point. We either continue as we are and watch everything fall to ash, or we fight for our sovereignty, we fight for what we truly value most, our connections, our environment, our health, our safety, our well-being, our happiness, our freedom of thought, being able to express oneself, right? All of these sovereign rights that we were born with are being systematically stripped from us. And I feel like that's why the divine feminine are asking you, listen, have you answered your calling? You know what it is that you're setting out to do at this time. You're getting the hints, you're getting the signs. The divine are urging you to take action. Are you doing it? That's the question. And from what I'm seeing here, for those of you I'm picking up on, you started to and then you stopped. You took 2 steps and then you stopped. Because it was difficult, because it was challenging, because you had naysayers, you had people doubting you, ridiculing you. You had people getting you up in your head, questioning if you're doing the right thing, questioning your beliefs, questioning your judgment. You were even doubting what you were doing, if you were even on the spiritual path at all at some points. Letting your shadow get the better of you, letting your fears, your traumas, your wounds, your negative thoughts to get the better of you. Not anymore. The divine's saying basically, cut the shit, we've got work to do. And this is like tough love energy coming through these readings. It's so funny. But it's needed, it's the time we're in. Cut the shit, I can't baby you right now, we've got work to do, are you ready? That's essentially what the divine is saying, are you ready? The answer is yes. You are ready. You may not always feel like it, it's okay, you don't have to always feel like it. You can be nervous, you can be scared, you can be confused at times. That's okay, do it anyway. You are holding the mantle. You are literally holding the sword. That is the Ace of Swords. That is divine truth. That is divine will. That is universal law in a nutshell. You cannot go against universal law. You do that, you see what happens. That's why the world is in the state that it's in. Now you need to be a champion of universal law. But you can't do that if you're constantly taking 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So this is the divine essentially giving you a kick up the butt, because we got work to do, okay? And from the Moonology deck, you have full moon in Taurus, okay, interestingly enough. So you could have Taurus in your chart or be connected to a Taurus. You may even cross paths with a Taurus, because it says your dreams need a practical plan. So you may even come across someone who has a very earth-heavy chart that knows how to ground really good ideas into the material and make it tangible, right? Build foundations, create a legacy, create real change in the world, right? It's a very earthy, worldly energy. So I feel like that may be where you've been needing some assistance. Maybe that's where you're struggling, because you know what to do on the 5D, you know what to do on the astral level. But then when it comes to applying it to a 3D level, how you go about actually accomplishing that, you may not know. You may not have all the information or the know-how, but you may cross paths with someone who does. So be open to that. Also, I do feel like as well that if you've been putting off really cementing your plans, now is the time to do so. You're being encouraged to do so, especially before, you know, we have the next Mercury retrograde coming up in January, right? I think it's on the 14th. I don't remember. I think it is on the 14th. And I think it's in the sign of Cancer. I might be wrong, but I think it might be. But regardless, now's a good time to put those plans into motion, to create the plans and take the initial steps. It's not that you have to start something big, no. But you need to start solidifying these plans. I don't feel like it's the best time to actually start something big and challenging. It's not really that energy. It's about getting your ideas together and solidifying them into a practical plan, right? Is what I feel. Okay. So you can start initiating the ideas, you can start solidifying them, you can start thinking about how you can go about it tangibly. So it's that kind of thing I'm getting. All right. let's get into the tarot. We got here, wanting to pop out. Yeah, Seven of Wands, defending the vision, defending your home. That is Mother Earth. Defending your right to an abundant life. Right? So you got the Lovers, Gemini energy. What else? The Hanged one, Pisces. Oh, two cards wanted to come out together. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's Capricorn energy, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, interesting. Yes. So you are, like I said, very courageous energy. It even says bravery on the Seven of Wands, okay? And that's very much the Seven of Wands energy. If you look at the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you see a warrior on top of a hill. He's surrounded by all of these staves, right? These wands that have been fired at him, that have missed. And he's got this one wand that he's just using to defend himself. And yet, you know, even though the odds are against him, he's still standing. You know, he's still fighting for what he believes in. He's still fighting, defending his keep. That's what I see you doing. Even if you're the only one that remains standing, you're still fighting the good fight. You're still holding down the fort. We even have a castle behind her, right? A cosmic castle. Yes, look at that divine light. All of these stars, all of this beauty, abundance. Yes, you're being asked to step up, to be a warrior for the light, to stop the darkness from infiltrating everything. So your belief system may be challenged at this time, and where you stand, because it's easy to fall by the wayside and do nothing, but that's not what you're being encouraged to do. You have to fight for what you believe in. You have to defend your corner of the world. Because, like I said, we're in very turbulent times. Especially, you may even have to fight for this dream of yours. So you're in a very defensive energy, but not in a negative way, in a good way. This is you being in a protective energy. This is a spiritual warrior. With the Lovers as well, again, it comes down to choice. The divine are giving you the choice. What will you do? You don't have to do this. No one's going to force you to do anything. But if you really care about your vision, the kind of world you want to live in, the kind of environment that you want to operate in, the kind of connections that you have, the kind of love that you have, everything about your existence in this time. Think about what it is that you want, what you hold dearest to you. If you want to keep that, if you want to defend that, you have to be willing to take up the sword. Otherwise, it will be taken. That's what it's about. So it's about knowing which battles are worth fighting and making a choice. Hanged man, you know, the Hanged Man is about gaining clarity, gaining perspective. Maybe that's why you took a pause, because you felt like you didn't have the clarity, you didn't have the foresight, you didn't have the awareness. There was something that was amiss, or something you weren't seeing. You felt like you didn't have all the facts. Maybe she's got playing cards here, right? Maybe you watched a lot of readings and you felt like you still wasn't getting the facts. You still wasn't getting that missing piece of information that you needed in order to make a decision, to know how to proceed forward, to know what is happening around you. Maybe you wanted to know what the game plan was, so you know how to best defend this, right? The vision, your life, your abundance, your future, your children's future, right? Maybe that's what it is. But I feel like these readings are very powerful because it's got a completely different flavor to it. It's about defending all that you care about. It's about stepping into the energy of, if you want to change the world, you have to change. And I feel like that's what everyone's being called to do. The collective is being called to make these powerful changes within and defend what they value most. And I feel like that's what you're doing. That's what you're being encouraged to do, and that's what you're choosing to do. Even if it comes at a cost. Because remember, the Hanged Man is also the energy of sacrifice. Sacrificing something to be still, to gain enlightenment, clarity. Letting something go that would otherwise take them out of that energy. It may come at a price, but not... That's how life is, right? You may get ridiculed, you may lose friends, you may lose family that don't understand the spiritual journey, it doesn't matter, because one day it become apparent why you had to do that. And maybe, who knows, they'll even come back around. But if they don't, then that's not your concern. You cannot control the actions or opinions of others. All you can do is focus on your truth and the universal truth, right? Ace of Swords. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn energy, I feel like this is about you really needing to look at where you undermined your value, where you undermined your ability to create something stable, something that is of your wildest dreams. Again, your dreams need a practical plan. You didn't think you're capable of doing that. You didn't think you were capable of taking the vision out of the 5D and solidifying it into the tangible reality, because you don't have this resources, you don't have these connections, you don't have this platform, you're not in this location. There's always a million reasons you can come up with that you can't do something. Well, how about we start focusing on what you can do? What is available to you? What resources do you have? What connections do you have? What platforms do you have? What skills do you have? Maybe you have skills you don't even realize that you have, right? But right now, I feel like you've been too long in this energy of self-doubt, right? I can't do this. And maybe you feel like there's always an external reason, but ultimately it comes down to you feeling like you're not good enough. You can't make it happen. Why is that? Is that because of the pre-programming you got in childhood, where people would, laugh and scoff at your ideas, or they would lead you to believe that your vision was too big for you, or that people like us don't accomplish things like that, or people like us will never be as rich as that? That's what needs addressing as well, where those beliefs lie. Your beliefs, I'm telling you, your beliefs are in question right now. The good and the bad, that which uplifts you and that which holds you back. Okay, so it's a big time for you. 10 of Wands in reverse. I've got to be honest with you, because I'm giving tough love at all of these readings, because that's the energy that's coming through, and I have to say what I feel. But I feel like a lot of you have been copping out. You've been using these excuses as a cop-out. And I'll even throw myself under the bus, I have water placement strongly in my chart. And I know there's times where even myself, I've been doing that. So don't think I'm just pointing the finger at you guys. I'll throw myself under the bus with that, because it's true. I feel like we all do it to some extent or another, right? But it's like, it's easier to say, oh, I can't do this because of this, and this. No. What about those who have gone against the odds and done it anyway, with even less than what you had? Oh, well, they were just in the right place at the right time. Okay, maybe. But does that mean you don't try? I mean, do you know how many times they failed before that? That's what it comes down to, I feel. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Swords at the bottom deck in reverse. This is refraining from this repetitive cycle of self-sabotage. Absolutely. And I feel like water signs, you're really being held accountable this time by the divine, because the divine are tapping you on the shoulder and saying, we've got work to do. I need your energy right now. I need your innate intuition. I need your psychic abilities. I need your ability to navigate the astral with ease. We've got work to do. And then you need to start, working with others. The fire signs, the air signs, the earth signs. So we can start implementing serious changes. So you need to fulfill your part, play your role. That's what I feel. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Yeah. Getting out of your head. The Emperor, Aries energy. The Fool, Aries, Aquarius. Some of you guys could be connecting with an Aries soon. You may have it in your chart. But there is something big coming here. A golden opportunity. It's like, okay, the divine's like, yes, you do need something to get you started. Here, boom. Something unexpected comes in. A resource, a person, an opportunity, a window. Whatever it is. It's something that comes in that gives you the building block, the thing you can use. So you can begin, okay? So you can start making moves again, so you can start moving forward again across this bridge. But the divine wants you to get out of your head and get out of your own way Stop procrastinating because you're feeling like you are not worthy enough, or what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not up to the task? No. If you weren't up to the task, this wouldn't be your mission. This wouldn't be your purpose, right? Everyone has their own purpose. Everyone has things that they want to be doing. They have things they feel compelled to do. And we get lost in the spiritual community talking about soul missions and people being chosen for this, that, and the other. Yes, that is the case sometimes, right? But regardless of any of that, we've all got things that we naturally gravitate towards because it's part of our life's journey. And by fulfilling that, we're fulfilling something that needed to happen in this world, something that needed to happen for the collective. Even if you feel like it's not going to impact the world on any level, trust me, it does. It's going to impact someone or something. So everyone has a purpose. No one is here needlessly, okay? Is what I firstly want to say. And with the Seven of Cups, it's about dispelling the illusions from reality. Where do you buy into a certain reality? Because it's easier, where you buy into a certain illusion, where it's easier than facing a reality, where you have choices to make. You actually have way more influence than you believe yourself to have. But you want to keep giving your power away because it's easier, because you're scared you're not up to the task. So if you've been wondering what this missing information or piece is, I think this is it, right? For those of you who are picking up on, I feel like this is it. This is what you've been needing to hear. Because you're being asked to boss up. You're being asked to potentially collaborate as well. You could be connected with the Pisces, Aries cusp, I'm just saying, for some of you. Or someone who has strong Capricorn in their chart, maybe Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini. But regardless of any of that, this is all about collaboration as well. You doing your bit, everyone doing their bit for a common objective, a common goal. This is about the collective coming together, but also doing their individual parts to make powerful changes in this world. So you have to do your part, water signs, okay? And you know what it is. You already know what it is you need to do. You know what it is that you're being guided to do. You know what it is that you feel compelled to do. So what are you waiting for? Make those plans. And I do feel like for a lot of you, because we have a divine feminine and a divine masculine here, so for some of you, I feel like a divine counterpart could be very crucial in this. They may play a significant role in this, right? They're part of the vision. They're part of the plan in some shape or form. Even if you haven't connected with them yet, you will on the journey. But while you're procrastinating and staying still in one place, you will not cross paths with them. I feel like it's funny because I feel like you're doing that. This masculine energy is doing that, regardless of, your gender. I feel like you're both kind of in a similar position and having to take those bold steps forward. So as you're taking up the sword, taking action, I feel like this masculine energy here is having to do the same, but in a different way, obviously, because everyone's mission is different at the end of the day. But what do we see here with the Fool? Paradigm shift. See how she's climbed the ladder and now she's on a completely different playing field. This is a completely different plane of existence. That's a spiritual upgrade. As soon as you acknowledge this and you address that, boom, inflection point. Everything starts to change. Everything starts to shift in your reality. You may have already, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. I've got too much coming out at once. So I'm just like channeling like crazy. But you may already be experiencing some glitches in the matrix. You may have noticed things like seemingly glitch out in your reality, right? And if you are experiencing glitches in the matrix, that is a sign that this is where you stand. You're caught between two paradigms. On a quantum level, it's like you're literally between two worlds. So if you want to see powerful change in your reality, you need to be the catalyst. You need to embody that, whatever change you're seeking. And depending on where you align your energies, that's the shift you'll experience. So it's ultimately up to you. But you need to get out of your head, water signs, because you get stuck there, you get lost there, you get trapped there. And I feel like it's time. It's time to stop the self-sabotage. It's time to escape the mind maze, the dark labyrinth of the mind that will keep you looping in circles and physically making no forward movement. It's time. You're being called to step up And that's the thing, I could not give you this message in a fluffy way because it will not hit home. I have to tell it as it is. I have to give you the tough love because that is what's going to get you moving. So I hope this does help whoever needed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings are published. Honestly, you don't understand how big this moment is in your life. You have the ability to change everything in your reality. I can already see it here, and I feel like many of you are about to do that. Don't let the thing that gets in your way to be you, is what I want to say. So I'm sending you guys the best of love and luck, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.